as a Colorado American, you got to take the Bill of Rights from Colorado and the Bill of Rights from America and combine them. You have to harmonize them and their freedoms, so you liberalize them. You put those freedoms together and you combine them, and that's the total amount of your legal constitutional freedoms. So not just right to speak and right to bear arms, but we got, the freedom from unreasonable search and seizures, the right to equal protection of the law, the right to contracts, the right to revolution, the right to vote, the right to life, the right to petition. So many goddamn rights. Freedom from titled nobility, freedom from religious tests, the freedom to religion, the freedom from war. Only the legislative branch can declare war. The Congress shall have the power to declare war, says Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11. So we got, I got 70 freedoms here. The right to habeas corpus, the right to home rule, no cruel and unusual punishments, the right to a lawyer, the right to habeas corpus, to be free from double jeopardy, the right to remain silent, right to bail, victims' rights, da-da-da-da-da. So we have lots of freedoms, right? But when it comes to, I just hate how everybody just wants, a big school shooting happens, they just get into their camps, don't they? Democrats say get rid of the guns, and then the Republicans say no, the guns are our freedoms, and then nothing ever gets done. Adam Frisch, he says he supports the Second Amendment. He also wants more mental health clinics in rural areas. That's an okay idea. That's an all right idea. He believes in vaccines. That's a good idea, too. He wants more mental health clinics in rural areas. He believes in vaccines. Hell, just a damn clinic would be nice. Adam Frisch, however, is, pro-Republicans, pro-big oil and gas, and also probably against universal health care. I'm not for sure. But Sol Sandoval, she's for gun control. We should pass background checks. Alex Walker says, I support the Second Amendment, but not really. He's also against universal health care. Where's he at on the public option? Lauren Boebert says this, I'm proud to serve as the co-chair of the Second Amendment caucus and will always fight to make sure our Second Amendment rights will not be infringed. I believe her, and I believe actually the Second Amendment may be the thing that will get Boebert over the damn, finish line. And we'll always fight to make sure our Second Amendment rights are not infringed. I have the right to defend myself with my firearm. The government does not have the right to take that away from me. Cities with the highest murder rates typically have the most stringent gun restrictions, and their murder rates have increased as they've made the decision to go soft on crime and defund the police. When it comes to Senator Don Coram supports the Constitution as a whole, including the Second Amendment. So out of all those folks, who loves the Second Amendment the most, I would say Lauren Boebert and Adam Frisch, and maybe Don Coram, but not Alex Walker. Sol Sandoval said we should pass background checks. Alex Walker had made some comment about he wants to be able to send his children to school knowing that they'll return home alive, which, he says him and his husband was talking about whether or not they should even adopt children because of that fear. Send our kids to public education just so. And that does suck. I would say the percentage, it's less than 1%, but, and public education is kind of crap anyways, so soft on crime, defunding the police. You got to do one or the other, right? You got to have a strong police force that, gets the bastards, or you got to let us defend ourselves. It's one or the other, and you got to be tough on crime. Fuck criminals. That's for everybody. Everybody should be tough on crime. Who the hell would be okay with crime? Who the hell can't say that? A lot of Democrats can't say that crime is a bad thing. Hey, Democrats, crime's a bad thing. Joe Biden passed that damn crime bill. If you live in a rural area, you don't have police protection. Not really. The cops will get there 30 minutes, 45 minutes later. Cops are men, and a lot of men can't empathize. A lot of men are lazy, unempathetic. They don't do their jobs. By the time that lazy shit cop gets out to a rural area, it'll be an hour later. And the perpetrator will have already burned it or attacked or took or raped or murdered or did whatever the hell he was trying to do. Grand Theft Auto would have got away with the goods or the attack. And since the cop is a lazy piece of shit, he'll find some issue. And then, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I have to, what? That piece of shit just did that, and I have to what? I basically have to arrest that person right then and there, chase him, call 911 as I'm chasing him, and say, hey, I got the guy. And then hope the police believe you when you Only Lauren Boebert and Adam Frisch seem to really understand the Second Amendment. Even Don Coram seems kind of weak about he supports the whole Constitution. What about the 3/5 clause? Do you support that part? Do you support the fugitive slave clause? What other parts do you? So I support all the Bill of Rights. I don't know if I like the whole Constitution, but I like the Bill of Rights a lot. So, yeah, as a Colorado American, I have over 70 legal constitutional freedoms. And then I also have natural freedoms on top of that. Some people don't even think that we have a right to defend ourselves. Of course, we got a right. That's natural, but it's also embedded in the Second Amendment. Why do we have the Second Amendment? In Colorado, people might say it's the militia for America, but in Colorado, the point of our Second Amendment is to protect home, person, and property, and to help with the civil authority, to help with the police and the local government. So we're allowed to bear arms in Colorado according to our Second Amendment because we can help the police or the civil authority, which would be the commissioners, I would think, too, and the mayor, or to defend ourselves, person, home, and property. That would be the reason to. That's Colorado's Second Amendment. So you might say, well, the U.S. Second Amendment is just a militia. It doesn't give you the right to defend your home, person, and property. Well, Colorado's Constitution does, so, go fuck yourself. And so not only to get that legalized in Colorado, you'll need an amendment for America, but you'll need one for Colorado as well. So back off the fucking Second Amendment, Democrats. God damn, it's my only one conservative issue. And why? Because liberals need guns too. You don't want... There's a lot of middle-class liberals that are okay with the police force. They got the guns. They're in a safe area. So they want everybody else to give up their guns. If I had Bernie Sanders as president, I would think about it. But I'm not going to give up any of my freedoms. I got over 70 legal constitutional freedoms. I'm not going to give up my right to due process. I'm not going to give up my right to, my right to subpoena witnesses, my right to confront witnesses against me, the right of every person to have access to the courts, the right to a speedy and public and impartial trial, the right to initiative, referendum, and recall. You can't take those freedoms away from me. So I got 70 Colorado American freedoms. You trying to take one of them away? I don't like that at all, because I don't think you know any of these other freedoms whatsoever. You're just a motherfucker. That's all you are. It's just a motherfucker.